Hey everybody, how's it going? Now I have a question for you, and the question is this. Can you overcome adversity? Can you handle adversity and overcome it? Can you overcome adversity? That is a very important question because overcoming adversity is the key to success in trading and investing. Actually, it's the key to success in life. No system, no approach, no strategy, no analysis, no information, even if that's inside information, can work for you unless you are able to overcome adversity. And in this business, we are faced with adversity almost all the time. I've said this many times, it never gets easy. I've been doing this for almost 40 years. Next year, it'll be 40 years that I've been in this game, and I will tell you that it never gets easy. The only easy trade is the trade that you just closed out at a profit. Every single trade, every single investment will test your resilience. It will test your self-confidence. It will test your mental toughness. It will raise your stress levels and anxiety to the roof every single time. And unless you are capable of handling that, then this game is not going to work for you. And again, I don't care if you use my approach, if you use technical analysis, if you use inside information. I don't care what it is. If you cannot handle adversity, then it's not going to work out. Adversity will cause you to self-sabotage. You will do things to avoid adversity. See, that's the thing. Most people, 99.9%, I'm going to even say 100%. I like to use that number because when it comes down to myself and my team, SEAL Team 6, we are so small a community that you might as well just round it off. It's the 100% and it is us. And even within my team, SEAL Team 6, adversity is something that I see people struggling with all the time. I face it. And I've been doing this a long time. As I just said, I've been doing this for almost 40 years. Next year it'll be 40 years. No trade is ever an easy trade. Just the last one that you close out as a profit, you can declare that an easy trade. But this is the key. I talk about mental game. Mental game is a general term that encompasses all these things. It encompasses mental toughness, overcoming adversity, discipline, emotional detachment, trust, a faith in what you are doing. So, you have to have all these qualities and traits. You have to understand that you will be tested all the time, not just once in a while. There's no easy trade that you're just going to put on and everything goes linear. Success is a jagged line. Sometimes it almost seems random. You're going to go up, you're going to go down, you're going to go up some more, you're going to go down some more. Over time, there is progression only if you are doing the right thing, only if you have self-control, only if you have mastery over yourself. Mental game. People think that, I'm going to find some system and my path to success is going to be linear. It's going to be a straight line. You are deluding yourself if you think that. You are trying to convince yourself of something that does not exist. That is fantasy. That is chasing after the Holy Grail, which does not exist. That is immaturity. That is lack of strength. That is lack of mental toughness. That is shying away from the very things you need to do to be successful. If you can cause yourself to embrace the hardship, embrace the difficulty, Embrace the stress, the anxiety, the worry, the concern, the fear, the self-doubt, all those things which are embodied in this activity of trading. If you can embrace that, if you say, I can take all of that and rise above it, then I say to you right now, I guarantee 100% you will be successful. But if you are not capable of doing that, if you are incapable of doing that, then I tell you very openly and honestly right now that you need to leave the game. You need to leave the game. Now, over the past few years, since I've been putting out MMT Trader and built up, subscribers and followers, and I've had this channel where I do these videos on a daily basis, and I've talked about honesty, not just honesty in life, but in a narrow sense, how it applies to what we do here as traders, as investors. I've always said that you got to be honest with yourself. This is, to use Bruce Lee's expression, what is trading? It is the true expression of oneself. And the markets will force you to either be honest about yourself and what you are doing. And that is by the way, that is the first step towards moving in the direction of success and what you are trying to achieve. Very few people are honest with themselves. Their entire behavior, their entire persona has been developed to protect and shield their true inner selves, to project an image or to project a persona that they want to be, but which they are actually not. As soon as you become honest with yourself, that is the first step. That does not take you there. That opens you up to what you need to do to become successful. All right? You can then move on and follow the steps and train yourself and develop yourself to become successful. A lot of people, the 100%, again, I'm going to use that number, I'm going to use that term, they are not honest. They hide behind a fake persona. They say, oh, it's the system. Oh, it's the analysis. Oh, he doesn't use stop losses. Oh, it's that crazy Mike Norman. Oh, it's MMT. Oh, it's this or it's that. Oh, it's the line. I know if I get out before the line, I could always get in after it goes through the line. And then I know when to get out because another line is there, and then that tells me when to get in, and every single time, and my path is linear. That is lying to yourself. Lying to yourself will never get you to where you want to go. Unless, and this is true for many people, and they don't realize it, they don't understand it, unless your true objective is loss, is failure, is defeat. And don't laugh, because a lot of people, whether they realize it or not, that is their true objective. They deem themselves unworthy. They're self-flagellators, which is a term that I've coined in the past to say people who want to beat themselves up, who see themselves as unworthy of good things, of knowledge, of success, of bounty, of profit, right? Unworthy. So they behave in a fashion, it's been said in the past by many people, not just myself, but you always get what you seek, whether you realize that or not. I mean, I've spoken about people here who are in it for the action, who think they come into it for the money, for the profit. But really, they're in it for the action. They need something happening now. Give me another trade. I've had people. And again, what I was going to say earlier was that since I've been doing this subscription and I've met so many people, and these personalities, I can tell pretty much right at the very beginning who's going to make it and who's not going to make it. Some of you have amazing qualities and amazing traits, and the stick-to-itiveness that I have seen, the determination, it really is very, very impressive. Very, very impressive. But then there is the vast majority who are not honest with themselves, Won't take responsibility for the results. Want to say it's because of this thing or it's because of that thing. When the market pushes in their face the reality, shoved in their face, and they will do anything to rationalize how that is not the reality, and the true reality is out there, lying out there somewhere. They just have to find it, and once they find it, boom, they're on their way, and it's linear, and everything is in a ball of cotton, and it's going to be so comfortable, and they're going to be picked up, and they're never going to have to worry about anything, and taken across the finish line, and boom, it's all done for them. I've used the analogy in the past, many times in the past, about how this game that we're involved with is very much the same as pro athletes. The greatest pro athletes, and I don't care what sport you're talking about, you could be talking about football, baseball, basketball, soccer, track athletes, swimmers, I don't care what you're talking about, skiers. The top athletes all have a common trait, just like the top traders all have a common trait, and that is the ability to face diversity and challenge and rise above it. To push back against self-doubt. To push back against anxiety and stress and times of uncertainty and times when you are feeling weak and vulnerable and tired and feeling like you can't pick yourself off the mat one more time and get into that next match. The champions, the winners, the ones who achieve, they have that ability. It's not the physical. For most athletes in their respective sport, I mean, the difference, if you watch, for example, if you're into professional football, if you watch the NFL Combine where the top college athletes go through this kind of scouting session where, you know, they got to run, they got to throw, they got to do weightlifting. The differences between them are not very great. I mean, in some cases, you're talking about tenths or hundredths of a second when you're doing a 40-yard dash. You might be talking about bench pressing 225 pounds, 30 times as opposed to 28 times. I mean, it's very close. They're all very close. These are all big, strong, fast dudes and women. It's not that. It's all here. 95%, maybe 99% of those who go out to the combine, they're not going to achieve the glory. You're not going to know who they are. A few of them you might, but the ones really at the top, the ones who come through, they have that mental game. They have that ability to face adversity and rise above it. They have that ability to push back on self-doubt. They have faith and confidence in themselves. They are able to deal with hardship. They have developed a level of mental toughness and resilience, and that's what takes them through. Why do you think I call this thing SEAL Team 6? Because, and I've talked about this, go watch the videos of the Navy SEALs. Go watch their basic training. The whole entire thing is designed to make you fail. That's it. They're not even looking for people. They wouldn't care if everybody flunked out. They'd be happy. That's what they want. But the ones who make it through, not necessarily the strongest or the ones who could do the most pull-ups or run the fastest or the longest, but the ones who just keep pushing and never give up. That's it. We're in the same business. Do you understand? We are in the same business. So all of you who are weak and you lack toughness and you lack resilience, and you think there's something out there, some mommy system who's going to pick you up and take you across and everything's going to be linear and you're going to draw a line on a chart and that's where it's going to happen and you don't have to worry about anything, you're going to stop yourself out with your prudent loss and then you're going to make massive money after that. Bye-bye is what I say to you. Bye-bye. Get out of here. I don't need children here. I need strong people, strong men and women who want to develop, who want to be tough, who want to make it. The rest of you, cry somewhere else. This is not the game for you. This is a tough, hard game. Otherwise, go back to work in your 9-to-5 jobs, in your offices, and don't try to be a trader. Don't try to be an investor. You can't handle it. You cannot handle it. All right? The market moves against me. Oh, what am I going to do? It's crashing. It's plummeting. It's tanking. Grow up. Toughen up. Thicken your skin. Face adversity and rise above it. There's a million things worse in life than your little stupid position going against you today. Okay? And you can't handle it. You're in even the right position fundamentally, and you're crying. And you're wetting your diapers and your underpants. Get out. Goodbye. Goodbye. That's what you got to do. That's my advice for today. And oh yeah, by the way, we broke the line. See ya.